right, welcome everybody to your week 44, Friday, Monday, Wednesday program design review. As a reminder, what we're doing is underneath each exercise where we put in yellow, we are going to give you a purpose at each station, some suggested engagement, some suggested entertainment. If we highlight it green, there's probably a reason why you might want to start there. If we highlight it in orange, there may be an equipment or an exercise consideration that you may want to think about as to whether or not it's appropriate for your facility or for your particular group. Also highlighted in yellow is a warm-up. Each week we try to challenge you to do new warm-ups, so then that way you have a bigger library. And we even put a yellow box down there by the finisher in case there's any notes. So let's talk about it here. We'll try to make this as quick as possible to make it easy for you to watch. Move it. That is a warm-up that you can look up. If you're needing our warm-up playlist, just let us know. Then as we move into the exercises, the dumbbell, stability ball, iso hold, single arm chest press. So challenge the weight, give a spot at the forearms. That's your purpose at that station. You can even give a spot on the lower back to make sure that they're in the tabletop position. Why do we hold one up while we're working the other side? That is to activate the core that much more, because it takes a strong foundation to support that. The bungee agility ladder, lateral power hops. So you're challenging the pace. They are just hopping side to side with that. They're using a little bit of agility because they're using the ladders to try to aim for that hopping point. You might even play a little song at the hop, especially if you have the 9 a.m.ers. They would appreciate that. But that is a song that could be played during your demo to put the fun in functional fitness. Next up, we got the kettlebell single arm clean to an offset load, challenge the weight, monitor the squat. And when I say monitor the squat, you want to make sure that it's coming down level even though they have that offset load. So you're teaching them to use their core to keep their body level even though their weight is imbalanced, okay? Then we are going to have the super band kneeling hinge. That is highlighted in green because we want to teach them that they don't have to pull down on the band as much as they need to pull down with their abs to get that crunch. So teach the crunch, pull with the abs. Bosu sprint to single leg hold. It's a balance challenge. It's paced, 1, 2, 3, stick, try to find that balance challenge on top of that Bosu. Then highlighted in orange is the dumbbell stability ball, single leg hip thrust. The single leg hip thrust will be challenging for people to keep their balance. So depending on who you're working with, depends on whether or not you do it that way. It could be a double leg hip thrust instead. So either way, challenge the weight. You might even put extra sandbags on top of people. I've seen coaches lay across people depending on the relationship, the rapport that they have, but have fun with that one. The bungee agility ladder, in and out sprints, challenging the pace, going as fast as you can. Good cardio station. The kettlebell single arm stagger stance row to overhead press. Okay, so you're going to challenge that weight, making sure that it's a appropriate one, and then working on that overhead press, unless it is not for them. The super band half kneeling crossover. So half kneeling, you're going to challenge the foot position on both. What I mean by that is you want to be far enough out that they get a good pull on that band. You also want to keep them in line so then that way they can get even more core activation. The Bosu diagonal crunch, make sure they get that stretch. You're down there, you're alongside them. You're watching that elbow stretch back and then come forward. So it's almost like it's touching the floor and then it's coming up and touching their knee. Work, Britney Spears. I have a yellow box here, but it's blank. I should just say, see Jeremy's notes, right? Because that is one where you're going to have to learn a little bit of choreography to do that one well this week. Guys, I love sharing with you the idea of just giving you a purpose at each station. So then that way you don't feel like you're just saying good job to people, but you really know, okay, at this station I'm spotting, over here I'm going to challenge the pace. I got something to teach over here. It just really allows you to move the room, engage, and make people feel like they have a coach in the process. But I know that all the great ideas are not just belonging to me. I'm sure you have some too. So please share them back when you're in these threads. Thanks so much. Have a great day.